Welcome to the DSQ podcast with Blake Lawson and Dakota Reynolds.
Anyone else really thinking that Brazil is the race of the year? At least for the last 3 years.
Always. It's fantastic. Interlagos is a wonderful track full of many surprising things.
Yep, it's even the race. It's the race.
It's the race.
It's also the sprint we don't mind too much.
Yeah.
Welcome to cold day here.
Very cold. Very chilly.
Coldish. Fuck cold. I've seen cold. I've walked in negative. Oh, shut up. Yeah, we're back. Brazilian Grand Prix. Sprint weekend. Second to last sprint weekend. But yeah. There's not a whole lot. As we get into kind of the nitty-gritty of the weekend, I guess the biggest thing is Franco Colapinto extends at Alpine for at least next year. Probably like a couple races.
I wonder if they'll give him 6.
Yeah.
What a joke.
Yeah. Well, it's like, this deal is interesting, but I'm afraid to criticize it.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't want death threats. But yeah, 15 races, 0 points, 5 races, 0 points. Clearly you go with the person who has more races and scored the same amount of points.
Totally. Yeah. No. I want so much for Jack, but goddamn.
Money.
Not that I don't want anything for Colapinto. Colapinto, when he was at Williams, fire, fantastic, wonderful. Jack got offered that, and then they were like, "Oh no, fuck you, we're pulling you."
But money.
Money. God, I hate the sport for money.
We race as money.
We race as money, indeed.
And then other little thing is, speaking of Williams, Gulf oil livery.
Golf.
Very confusing at first. I'm like,
Oh, absolutely.
well, that looks like a McLaren nose, but the sponsors aren't right. It's good. Williams is the best livery balance. Like, they don't do it just works.
It just works.
They don't.
Todd Howard.
They don't really do anything too crazy, but what they do works. They don't half-ass it like a lot of teams. They don't do ugly shit V-carb. Yeah. It's good. Thumbs up. Bread. No, we're not inserting the clip of the VTuber screen. But yeah, do you want to get into our upgrades?
Ah, yes, upgrades.
And that concludes our...
In terms of upgrades, we have no upgrades. No one brought anything this weekend, as Sam Collins pointed out.
Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic little bit if you haven't seen it. They sent it to Sam Collins to talk about upgrades this week. He's like, oh yeah, Sao Paulo, always a great track. Oh, team's always bringing crazy, unique stuff here. Except no one's brought anything this weekend. And just walks off screen.
Exit stage right.
Phenomenal. Love it. No one brought anything this weekend. I don't even have any power unit things for you because that's not until later. So there is nothing.
Gotcha.
But we do have the track upgrades.
Yes.
Track upgrades, which include resurfacing and we got quite a few things this weekend. So they removed a hatch zone between the the pit exit road on the right hand side and the track edge. I'm guessing just a painted area that looked hatched or whatever. It probably confused some people, so they removed that. They did some resurfacing from turn 12 to turn 1 and then turn 3 to turn 4. They realigned the white line on the exit of turn 4, and then the rest is grooving at turn 2, the pit exit road of turn 4, or pit exit road to turn 4, the straight after turn 5, the straight between turns 11 and 12, and the start line to grid position 21.
A starting spot we would not use.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, basically between those areas so that
Oh,
20 would be included.
Gotcha. Oh, I see.
Yeah, they stop at the box for the grid. So 20 is included, 21 would not be.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all your upgrades for now.
And of course, it's sprint weekend, so nobody's running any rookies. So VCarb will be running every single non-sprint race with the driver. With the FP1 driver. Yeah. Because there's exactly 3 left, and they need 3. Oh, no. They will have to do one with the sprint.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Or run 2 and 1. We'll see. My math is hard. It's round 21. Anyway, Brazil. It's
24 races.
That's
Many
so
races.
many races. Yeah, I think this gets us into our first practice session. Our one and only practice session, I should say. Gotta love those sprint weekends.
No, you don't.
Huh?
So no, you don't. You do not have to love sprint weekends.
Just of note, Yuki getting very lucky. A little bit of a spin. Does bounce the side of his tire off at the end of a barrier, but seems to be no harm, no foul on that one. Isaac bitching about Oscar.
Meh.
Lewis spins, and is Oscar back? Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's it. Really didn't get to watch FP1. Just watch highlights. Didn't get to watch sprint quali because F1 TV was shit this weekend on loading. So only had to watch the things on that. But I don't know. I don't know. Fix your shit. It was bad during today too. Like even Snack with Zach, our favorite snack-based Instagram / TikTok food guy, had issues with it. Maybe that's why they're going to Apple.
Probably not. It's going to be just as shitty.
I was like, did you catch any of the practice stuff?
No, I did not. That was what day? Friday? I don't remember what I was doing on Friday.
You were asleep. For
yeah, you know what? That's probably right. I was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, so much for catching every session this weekend.
I was going to say it. Like, I won't say it. But yeah, getting onto your sprint and quali again, which I would love to have watched, but could not watch only, so highlights only. Yuki fan. Wah!
Yeah, you know.
Your Q1. You caught this one live? Do you have more than I do? Probably.
I did catch the sprint quali live. I didn't really take any notes on it because.
Yep. I have a note for Yuki because God dang it, Yuki, please. Exits including Carlos Sainz in 2019 for Ocon, Snowden in 18, Lawson P17, and Franco Colapinto P16. So your SQ1 exits. Q2 Charles Spinata, classic Ferrari. Sprint quali really do be kind of interesting. I mean, I guess we kind of expect Snowda to kind of underperform now. It's par for the course. Ollie Behrman, Gabriel Bortoleto, Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, and the big kind of surprise one, Lewis Hamilton. Your Q2 exits, SQ2 exits, gotta remember that S. And that's all I have. Yellow flag for Charles in Q2, or SQ2. Lewis on a lap kind of goes through it. So he does get a reprimand for that, but they don't take his time away. First reprimand of the season, so nothing. Really just a, hey, Lewis.
Don't do that.
No, you can't do that. And we get to your final sprint layout. Your sprint pole, Lando Norris. Cool. Kimi Antonelli, the P2.
Fuck yeah.
Note those positions because we'll be seeing those exact positions a lot. P3, Oscar Piastri, George Russell behind him, Fernando Alonso.
Hell yeah.
Right there. P6 for Verstappen. kind of low for there. Lance Stroll up there, P7.
All
Interesting.
right. Cool.
Charles Leclerc, P8. Isaac, P9. And rounding out, Nico Hülkenberg.
Yeah,
Over
you
top
got
side.
it.
And of course, now I'm going to foreshadow it with what did I say about this sprint? The sprints have not been horrible this year, and Interlagos is usually our good one, so this one's going to be
Kind of meh.
kind of meh. And I said that on lap 24, and then something happened.
And then something happened. I need a crowbar.
Reference?
It's a guy on TikTok, possibly Instagram as well, but at least TikTok. He just talks about the events going around the world and always leads it with like some like I did this whatever weird thing, but stuff still happened, and then just goes through the week's events, and he says all of it wearing a beanie, a leather jacket, I think a leather jacket, at least a jacket or a hoodie or some shit, and a crowbar with the microphone on it.
Oh. And then
What's up?
Sainz stays in his P20, except he starts in the pit lane. So does Yuki. I don't know if you have those or if it's all looped together in the GP section.
I just have them starting from it like as circled. So the way that I work with our handy dandy notebook is whenever someone starts from the pit lane, whenever I write that down for the starting grid, I will circle the P in like P20, P19, etc. So I just have it circled there.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know if if there was any particular park format changes you had down for that,
I didn't.
or if it got looped into that section.
I didn't, but I want to say one of them was suspension. Let me check that out real quick.
Probably. It's probably not a big deal.
It's probably not, but yeah, no, we're nothing if not thorough here. That's quali, that's championship points for sprint. Scrutineering, reconnaissance laps, provisional, dangerous driving. Spoilers, by the way. Incidents, starting grid, changes made during Parc Ferme for Yuki. Setup of the car and rear wing specification both changed. Yeah. Setup of the car and rear wing assembly, and then car 55, setup of the car.
We're already starting pretty late, or pretty far down. Just see if it worked better. Kind of.
Yeah. For a while there, it was just
Your formation lap starts off for your sprint nice and clean. Nobody else on the formation lap. Good job.
They did note that Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Colapinto would all be investigated after the sprint due to delta time, I guess on reconnaissance laps, which is what I was referring to earlier. I don't think anything came of it, though.
Yeah. It never does. Unless it does. No, I don't think there has been.
That would be atypical. Let's start the sprint.
Yeah. Straight off the gate, I mean, it looked not too bad. We did have some Ollie Behrman and Liam Lawson having a little bit of a series of, not series, I guess one or two corners and follow-throughs of what the FAI deemed to be not good. I don't know how to say it. Yeah, so they get noted. Both get penalties out of this.
Which is weird. But, I mean, I guess given how it happened, one hitting the other and then the other hitting the other, it sort of makes sense. I do love that Behrman was quoted saying over the radio, "That's typical Lawson."
Which, yes.
Yes, absolutely it is.
But yeah, Behrman getting the penalty for dangerous driving?
I believe so, yeah.
For kind of pushing Liam into the grass. Liam getting a 10-second, or sorry, they're both fighting penalties. Excuse me, for causing collision with Behrman. Again, it's like it's weird that a lap 1 incident gets both drivers a penalty. But as we get into it later,
Anger, frustration, boiling up.
Just 1 second. I was like, Ollie luckily had 2 points drop off this week, so he's only at 9 now. So he's still got a full like two penalty points to play with. Ollie, you may have taken over K-Mag's seat, but
You didn't take over his spirit.
yeah, or you did take over his spirit. You
No,
brought it with
his spirit took over you.
you. Yep. And Liam's just a dick, so you know.
Yeah.
There. And then we get to later on in the lap. We have Lando Norris. He's comfortably out ahead. I'm kind of burying the lead, I guess, on that, or not mentioning it. There was kind of a typhoon that went through, or some heavy, some weather that did not affect the actual sprint, but definitely had left some water on the track earlier. Mostly clear, they didn't even bother with any wet weather tire. I didn't put the turn down. I'm sure it's on your map.
Which one? The incident?
Well, I guess it would be, at the incident. What turns out is, Lando taking a little bit of curb, some standing water on that curb. Kind of, sort of put put some water on the racing line. And boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. So they all collect into turn 3.
Yeah. I guess it was because it was clipping into turn 3, so it spread it back.
Yeah.
Oscar hits that patch of water first, goes into the wall. Wrong order. Nico was in hey, that looks fun. I'm going to do that too. And then Franco's like, well, I don't want to be left out. So within the span of 2 seconds, we see 3 cars kind of go. Oscar's race is over. Fuck.
Colapinto's also
over.
Hulkenberg gets it
Going.
back moving. So good for him. Brings out the safety car, and then soon after, maybe a lap or so, if that, they throw the red. Because, as I noted, it's Brazil. It's a sprint. By the time that you get this cleaned up, there's going to be 3 laps left.
Yep. Yep. So more championship implications. They keep fucking saying all time nonstop on this. Resuming on obviously lap 8 after 25 minutes. It really wasn't that long of a red flag.
No, it wasn't.
To be honest.
So you got to make sure everything's structurally sound.
Rolling start goes okay. And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Till the end.
No notes until lap 24.
And we thought Alex. So we have multiviewer. We love multiviewer. Multiviewer is great.
Mm-hmm.
We have our four drivers we watch. We have Oscar's, Yuki's, Charles, and Alex's onboards on. And we see Alex kind of fall back for a second, and then we kind of see what looked like PU failure smoke. It's not.
Originally wearing. I was like, oh no.
And then the yellow flag. And then we see the Bortoleto dot not moving. There are wrecks that are this is one of those wrecks that justify every single safety feature F1 has ever put into.
Absolutely. I was like, if you want, I can probably track down the image real fast of the mid crash and just shoot that your way.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's wild looking.
Which, of note, if you're listening on Spotify, thanks. But we do, as later in the episode, we will have memes, and I will put those up into the video as well as probably the picture right about here. So if you don't follow us on YouTube, I know you can upload videos to Spotify now. I just haven't been doing it, so go to YouTube. Spotify, don't be mad for a redirect. Yeah, he basically breaks out of the. I guess it is kind of a DRS train. There was 3 or 4 cars there. I mean, it was pretty bunched up still for the most part. And DRS open hits that out of slipstream, a little bit of wet, and just hits the entirety of his left-hand side, shoots across in front of Alex, which great job of avoidance from Alex on that one as well. And then hits the entirety of the other side of his car. Very high speed, 55 plus Gs in that range, I want to say. 55, 59, something in there, I believe.
Somewhere up there.
Hello, car. Yeah, it looked... Like I said, that's one of those... You were dead in early not even meant to say early F1, like probably far too even recently F1.
Probably like 90s to 2000s. You're still done.
But good enough to literally sprint back to the pit lane. Alex, the smoke we saw, was him pulling a Yuki Tsunoda Coda and just taking the wing under his car for a little bit.
Man, there's a lot of stuff that's been posted on the Formula One subreddit in the past day.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We can find it later. It's all post. It's all post.
I'm still fucking searching for it. It's fine. I don't have a whole lot right now anyways, so, you know.
Gotcha. It's only lap 5, sorry. My note said 5, and I was like, well, it happened on lap 6, but I guess they didn't finish lap 6, so they only completed 5. Yeah, that's your sprint. I was like, again, a little bit interesting at the start, whole lot of nothing, and then the end. Which, while you're looking, would you like me to go ahead and do the rundown for the sprint?
Sure, go for it.
Well, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix sprint. Gaining nothing, losing nothing, your pole sitter and championship leader, Lando Norris. Also gaining nothing and losing nothing, Kimi Antonelli. George Russell, P3, he gains 1 spot. Max Verstappen, he's up 2 for P4. Charles Leclerc goes up 3 spots for P5. Alonso loses 1 for P6. Hamilton up 4 for a P7. P8 goes to Gasly plus 5. That is your last point right there for Pierre Gasly. After that, Lance Stroll losing 2 is P9. Isaac losing 1 is P10. Your biggest mover, Esteban Ocon, with 7 spots gained, is P11. Ollie Behrman in 12 with 3. Yuki and Carlos in 13 and 14, both gaining 6 spots from their pit lane start. Nico Hulkenberg is your P15, losing 5 spots. Liam gains a spot for P16. Albon loses 5 spots. For P17, that is loss of your classified finishers. Loss of your full finishers. In P18, he does classify because he did all but 1 final lap. Home race, unfortunately, for Gabby B. Losing 4 spots. P18. 19, Oscar Piastri, losing 16 spots on lap 5. And Franco Colapinto closing it out with 4 spots also on that lap 5 incident. To kind of put it into, or get it set up of, that car, Gabby's car, was gone.
Yeah.
And of course,
should have that sending to you right now.
And here goes, beep, beep. I did hear it. Sprint weekend, so we have quali in 3 hours. Stake mechanics.
Good luck, Sauber.
Yep.
See if Williams will help. They're used to last-minute rebuilds.
Yep. Which also, I guess, Hulkenberg had some stuff with his car, too. So they couldn't even go all hands at first, because they did, Jonathan Wheatley did say that they did have to basically take off the entire PU assembly on Hulk's car, too, to fix his problems. So, definitely time-consuming. Some Williams is like, well, we got this. Here's our manual.
Yeah. Here's a step-by-step guideline. Whoosh.
Here's some Red Bull. We stole it from Red Bull.
You'll never guess where we got this from.
Yeah, I guess Williams doesn't have an energy drink sponsor, do they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I was like, Ferrari's got Celsius, McLaren's got Monster, Red Bull's got Red Bull. Yeah. On to your qualifying. Unfortunately, as noted, Gabriele Bortoleto does not set a time for this qualifying session. They got real close. He was in the car and ready at the end of Q1, but just not enough. They still let him race. It's really not.
Yeah. I was like, again, we have yet to see a full enforcement of the 107
It would
in
be
the
a
modern.
weird one to start with, too.
Yeah.
Like, no. Not with all those Logan Sargent ones earlier. This should be the one.
Right? Yeah, no.
But yeah, let's just read this order. Do I have notes on quali? I don't have any notes. I just have rundown stuff for quali. Yep, no time for Bortoleto and that's Pete. Actually, it didn't look too bad. Yuki Tsunoda P19. Yuki, please, please. Colapinto was P18. Esteban P17, and Max Verstappen.
It's Verstappen.
Yep, it's Verstover.
Maximum pain.
Yeah, it's the first Red Bull out in both Red Bulls out in Q1 since 2006.
God, now that I thought about that, that's a killer meme idea for him being eliminated in Q1. Just Max Payne, the original Max Payne logo, but with his face replacing him.
There you go. That one's free. Whoever wants to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allegedly using some setup changes from Yuki. Not really Max's style. Apparently not didn't work for Yuki either. Clearly.
But,
So there's your still hope for a championship for Max. Number 5. Kind of looking even worse now. And unlikely. Again, a couple more signs. Sorry, let me just start over with them. On your Q2, we have another kind of shocking one. It's not Carlos Sainz. He's P15. Or Lance Stroll. He's P14. Lewis Hamilton, another early exit. P13.
big yikers.
Just what is happening this year? It's not. This isn't even as bad as it gets this weekend.
I mean,
Been a bad year for Lewis.
Listen, he is the one who joined Ferrari. He joined Ferrari. This was all him.
Yeah.
He knew what he was getting into. He could have asked Charles. He probably did ask Seb.
Yeah.
He could have asked Fernando.
No. Yeah. Gimme.
Fernando probably would have lied to him.
Yeah. Go for it.
You'll go for it. It'll be the best thing you ever do.
Yeah. And your other two Q2 exits, the AL squad, Albon P12 and Alonso P11. So, your top 10 for qualifying for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix is P1 Lando Norris, P2 Kimi Antonelli. Hey, I've heard this one before.
I've heard it before twice, in fact.
If I had a nickel, I'd have like 3 nickels at this point. I might have more. Then the other side of the Ferrari garage having a little bit of a better newly engaged Charles Leclerc. Congrats on that. I guess we should have said that on the top of the show, but we didn't. Oh, well. Good job.
Congrats on your engagement to Alex.
Albon?
No.
Oscar Piastri, P4. Isaac Hadjar, P5. George Russell, P6. Liam Lawson, P7. Ollie the Bearman, P8. Pierre Gasly, P9. And once again, Nico Hulkenberg rounding out.
He's just there.
He's just there.
Polar bear.
Nico P10. And then a couple of, well, again, I'm getting ahead of myself because we had changes.
Indeed. We had a few changes. This is where our power unit changes this weekend come into play. Max Verstappen already taking that Q1 exit, starting in the bottom 5. He's just going to take an entire new power unit, like literally everything. Sometimes I say new power unit and it's like most of the things and maybe one or two things. That he got every piece of that power unit and the exhaust system replaced.
Was it out of allocation too, or just?
I think it was just the power unit because I think everything was. I think he's on his last of everything.
Okay.
But it was everything.
That wasn't a pit lane start and also a 60-place grid drop.
Yeah, no, it
was just
well,
a
no,
pit
it wouldn't have been because he started ahead of Ocon.
Oh, true.
And then speaking of, Ocon took a new ICE, just the internal combustion engine. That's it.
Just the boom part.
Just the vroom 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 part. Yeah, and that's all your power unit upgrades. We had one singular more Parc Fermé change that was of note. Isaac Hadjar getting the lateral headrest padding change this weekend. That's it. I think we're done with the headrest. I think it's no longer the good part. I'm just gonna spoiler that right now.
It's not like just like with the outer foam part, the little foam thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not even actual like head piece part, but the other thing, the lateral. All right, getting into the Grand Prix. Yes. There's kind of a lot. I'm so sorry. The paper is so close to the mic today. What do we got? Which one do we start with? Gabby. His home race. Already crashing out in the sprint, not being able to set a quali. Does he... What happened? I've forgotten.
He was pushed off by Stroll into the grass and then hit the wall.
Breaking suspension, not being able to start again. Yes, because that leads into something else later. Thank you. Turn 10, that brings out a safety car, of course, because Gabby cannot continue. Some stuff also in the back happening. We have Lewis losing his front wing at some point during some reason.
Absolutely deletes his wing on Colapinto, just misjudges the braking and just boop.
Yep. So he gets noted for that. Also noted with Carlos Sainz. I had just incident down. I didn't put a collision or whatever, forcing or whatever. I guess it was the restart. So yeah, I guess jumping ahead because we didn't actually know these for a while. But the noted for Sainz, no further action there, and then he does get a 5-second penalty for the collision with Colapinto, and I mean, yeah, that was kind of just what it is. He hit him.
Yeah,
I think it hurt Lewis more than it hurt
Colapinto.
Franco,
Yeah,
but
I mean, not much you could do to hurt Colapinto.
That brings out the safety car, and then the resumption on lap 6.
Yep, we go racing again.
And we don't.
And we don't. I do have Piastri, Antonelli, and Leclerc going 3 wide into turn 1, which, yeah, not in Brazil, buddy. That the Leclerc gets hit by Antonelli, who was hit by Piastri, so in reverse order there. So Piastri dives down the inside. It is what it is. He dives down the inside. They're still going down the straight. There's still room to brake and everything. Hits the brakes, locks up. Because he realizes he's running out of room now because Antonelli has decided to squeeze him. He has nowhere to go because to his left is wall.
Yep.
And then with him braking, that causes wheel to hit wheel. That causes Antonelli to kick outward. That kicks into Leclerc, and his wheel says goodbye.
Yep. A hell of a puncture. And just that wheel is gone.
Yeah. No. His
off into the
braking
runoff.
free.
Yep. Sparks everywhere. Soaring. Flying. You set it up. That's your fault. That one's on you. So that's Charles' race over, unfortunately.
Mamma mia.
Racing incident. All right, moving on.
Yeah, I wish. How?
No. George's fault. Sorry, force of habit. Piastri's fault, I guess, for not having the corner and losing control of the car.
Oh my god. They said that he did not have his front axle alongside at least the mirror, which I do believe he did by the time they hit braking zone. But he started braking slightly earlier because he knew that he was going to get squeezed off of the track at that point.
Doing the safer option.
And Antonelli continued to squeeze him like he wasn't there. And then it caused a collision. And somehow Antonelli escapes blame. Somehow that's Piastri's fault.
Yeah.
Oh, he shouldn't have been there. He's on the track within the space all the time. You have to give the space.
Yeah. Should be a racing incident because I was like, I don't necessarily want to. I think at the time we're like, it's definitely not Kimmy's fault. Now watching it more, I'm like, okay, it's kind of Kimmy's fault. But Lance Stroll causes Gabriele Bortoleto to be out of the race. It doesn't even get fucking noted. Nope. However, Lewis, again, ruins his own race more than Franco's 5-second penalty. Oscar, yeah, it does ruin Charles' race. Sucks, but he gets a 10-second for that. Let's hold on a little bit off the resumption. That is a VSC, by the way. Which, also during this, Max, who is already up a few spots already from his pit lane start, looks at camera. There's no camera. He picks up a puncture, comes in and out, and no big deal there. I mean, says the puncture was not the same as Charles' puncture.
Yeah,
no. It looked still pretty much intact.
Charles was pretty much just a wheel delete.
Yeah.
Max's puncture was probably a slow puncture.
I haven't noted on the restart. 18 and 22, which is Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda. Going into... Did I note the corner? I didn't. Basically, it was an Alpine kind of break. Yuki went around and ends up tapping Stroll and spinning him, and he gets a 10-second penalty for that.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. Now, was it Yuki's fault? Mostly.
Yeah, no, it absolutely was.
But the other one was also Lance's fault. So, but whatever. Anyway, 10-second penalty. He serves that on lap 20-something? 22? Hey. That's his number. Anyway, I guess we'll...
Specifically...
I was like, probably at the stop.
24.
24, close.
Yes.
My next note's on lap 20, but it is irrelevant because it was about a pit stop that is not a good one. I thought it was a good one. Turns out to not be.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so Yuki will serve that on... Do you have anything between that?
No, I had the penalty for Piastri, 16, but I think we've already got that. Yeah.
Bullshit out of the way.
Yeah. After that, I just have lap 29, which is Hamilton.
Yep. 24, Yuki will serve that. Apparently, which one was it?
I believe it was the rear right, if I remember correctly. It was a rear person. It was rear right or rear left. Rear, the tire changer, the actual, fucking person with the gun, with the wheel gun.
Yeah. Of course, and his stop here was what, 13.2?
It was not written down by me.
Oh, not a big deal. I probably already closed it. It's not a big deal.
Oh well. Yeah, it was like 13.0 something seconds.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Wingman or the Wingman. Project Wingman. This episode's brought to you by Project Wingman.
Please, Pug, second game.
The touches the car within the 10 seconds, which I think we both gone over, and you mentioned it today. It's like, you should have it set up of, oh fuck, I touched the car, go, go, go. Like you already are getting the penalty for it, might as well fucking not serve it twice. If you're going to not serve the penalty, don't serve the penalty.
Exactly.
So 3 laps later on 27, he gets noted for improper serving of that penalty, which he serves later, of note, with a perfect fucking stop. It was faster.
It was a 12.8. I'm pretty sure. I was like, I might have those tenths backwards, but I'm pretty sure I have them right.
What you got on 29?
29 is just the penalty for Hamilton from earlier. They finally got around to getting that.
And it took a while.
It did take quite a while. And then the next thing I have is the lap 34 for the Tsunoda penalty finally coming down from not serving the other penalty. And then I have 38.
38. More Ferrari pain. Lewis picking up damage already being slow. He did, wing damage, floor damage, damage control, box to retire the car.
Live to race another
Ferrari,
day.
double DNF.
Mamma mia. It's just the picture of that fucking chef dressed in Ferrari red with the fucking noodles. I was about to say macaroni. It's not macaroni, but the noodles, fucking
penne.
The pasta. Yeah, the penne pasta loaded into the fucking magazine, pulling the trigger. Fuck, this doesn't work either.
We are checking.
We are checking.
My next note is lap 51, because this was the strategy race to a certain extent. Hey, remember we mentioned Max was starting P19 basically from the pit? Lap 51, Max P1.
Insanity. Absolute insanity.
And we thought, man, he's going to ride that tire to a victory on this. And then they pull him in for a new, squeaky, brand new soft because he had so much extra from quali. And we thought they were crazy, and we might be a little bit right. Because
we'll never know what could have been.
Yeah, there seemed to be a lot of like, oh, these little itty bitty things. Like Max was able to do this. Like, insane. Max insanity. Just little things like, oh, if he started in 1, or oh, this little pit stop, or oh, if, McLaren fucked up a pit stop. But yeah, really sets up the end of the race. You got Oscar, kind of a Mexico-esque ending of like, oh, Max is chasing down Kimi on this one, and Oscar is chasing down George on this one, and
it's a whole bunch of chasing down.
Yep. Basically, just we were sitting there watching Max get closer and closer to George, and George has got a nurse a brake issue. And here comes Max, regardless of what tires he's on, but it's a brand new soft tire. And of course, that's in the inevitable wolf into the fire of Max passing George. And then just chasing down Kimi. Not enough to get past him, but damn good racing.
Oh, absolutely.
Couple battles there. Of course, Lando. We don't mention Lando because nothing's really happening. He's just kind of similar to Mexico, not by near the margin this time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But he's
only,
just
10
he's
seconds.
just up there.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. Do we have anything other? I was like,
I have lap 61, which was I looked over to the little radio bot.
Yeah.
And saw a message from Ollie Behrman. Oh shit, he's going to get me.
I thought you were going with the Alex one.
Oh, no. I was not going with the Alex one, but that one was pretty gold as well. It was something to the degree of just like, this is Mexico City all over again. I think I specifically had it a minute ago, but I have closed it since, and I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, no, just Ollie fucking, oh shit, he's going to get me. Fucking me when I stumble into the Slenderman's woods.
Me when I'm ahead of anybody. Me when I'm P17 through 1 at Interlagos and Max is behind me. But yeah. And Lando, hey, he wins. A little bit down the road. Battle between Max and Kimi. Battle between a little bit of battle, less so between Oscar and George, and then the fucking DRS tree.
God, from Liam to fucking, dear Lord, Lance. From one bad driver to another.
$5 for every subpar driver with the L in their name.
Is it per L or?
That's only an extra nickel. Well, Latifi, hold on. We're on to something here.
No, I meant like per L in their name.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you got Stroll with 3, you've got Liam with 2.
Yeah.
That's 5 nickels compared
That's
to
a quarter.
2. Yeah, exactly.
I can buy a soda in the 50s.
Real cocaine.
Yeah. But that is your Grand Prix.
It is the Grand Prix, and through the end of the Grand Prix, it leads us into our rundown. Your winner, of course, for the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, Lando Norris, with a 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 1.596 seconds. Behind him, in second place, Kimi Antonelli. Hey, I've heard this one before.
Yeah.
10 seconds behind him, and then behind him, right on his tail, Max Verstappen, finishing out. So Lando and Kimi gain nothing, lose nothing all weekend.
They did nothing all weekend.
Did nothing, P1, P2. Hey, that equals 3. P3, Max Verstappen, with an astonishing 16 places gained. It's Max.
Yeah.
It's just Max. Behind him is George Russell gaining 2 places to finish P4. Then Oscar Piastri losing 1 spot to finish P5. Ollie Behrman gaining 2 to finish P6. Liam staying where he was at to finish P7. Isaac finishing P8, having lost 3 places. Nico Hulkenberg gaining 1 spot to finish P9. And Pierre Gasly swapping that 1 spot, losing 1 to finish P10 to round out your points. Outside of the points, you have Alex Albon gaining 1 spot to finish P11. Esteban Ocon gaining 8 spaces to finish P12. Carlos Sainz gaining 2 places to finish P13. Fernando Alonso losing 3 places to finish P14. Franco Colapinto gaining a spot to finish P15. Lance Stroll losing 2 spots to finish P16. Yuki Tsunoda unfortunately staying where he was at to finish P17. And finally, your DNFs. Lewis Hamilton drops down 5 places. Charles Leclerc drops down 16. And Gabriel Bortoleto drops down 2. Your fastest lap of the race.
I realized on my rundown I wrote -2, but I did it in green, which means positive.
I mean,
Whoops.
Yeah, he's the green driver. Yeah. He drives for Sauber. Your fastest lap of the race, surprisingly, and I read this just a minute ago while I was searching for the crash from Bortoleto. This is the first time since Sochi 2014 that a Williams car has gotten the fastest lap. Alex Albon on lap 59 with a 1 minute 12.4 seconds flat. Insanely good. I'm very happy. For a while, it was Max. It was Max for quite some time.
Yep.
And then, yeah, Alex did a little pit stoppy-doo and fucking pipped it from him. And I'm happy for him for that. Hell yeah. I'm always happy when Williams does well. Which is becoming more and more scarce as the season comes to a close. But hopefully next season will be a little bit better. We'll see. With that being done, we go straight from the rundown into our stats and stars. Your driver of the day. I don't think there's any real sugarcoating this. There's not really a workaround for it. So I voted for Max Verstappen.
Yeah. I also voted for Max Verstappen.
As did 56% of people who voted for driver of the day. Max Verstappen with a whopping 56.7% of the vote, which again, deserved. Masterclass, absolute. From pit lane start from P19 to P3. And there was another stat that I saw that was like, he's the driver with the most, like, starts from this position, ends in the podium for, like, I think all he's missing is 11 through 13 and like P18, P17, somewhere in there. Yeah, he's got a lot of it. But yeah, no, 56.7% of the vote, very well deserved.
Bro's just achievement farming.
Other than him, you got Kimi Antonelli with 10% of the vote, Lando Norris with 8.5%, Ollie Behrman with 6.2%, Oscar Piastri with 3.8%, all others only receiving 14.8% of the vote. Yep. Not only did Max Verstappen get more than all others, Max Verstappen got more than all others.
Yep.
He got the super majority.
He would be New York's mayor.
Yeah.
And that was a majority.
Insanity. From that, we go to your pit stops, your fastest pit stop of the race. And this was a point of pain because as I was filling this out, I could just, you were off to the side just seething
breaking
about this.
A keyboard in half. Not really, but
fastest pit stop of the race, Red Bull Racing, Yuki Tsunoda.
Lap 2
with a 1.95 seconds. I haven't looked. I don't know if that's the fastest this year.
I don't think it is. It's close. I think McLaren's got a 1.9 flat.
Is it 1.9 flat? I was
believe,
like,
or
I thought it was a 1.94 or 1.92, but it might be 1.9 flat. Yeah. Just that sucks. That sucks.
Yep. Slowest stop, probably also Yuki.
No. Well, no, actually.
With penalties.
No, not even with penalties.
Really?
Yeah. So your slowest pit stop that I do my counting for, I don't count wing changes, I don't count penalties. Those are going to be slow. Those are designed to be slow. Your slowest pit stop besides those, Alpine with Franco Colapinto on lap 43, car 43, lap 43.
4.3 seconds?
No, a 5.40. Other than him, there were 5 slower. Hamilton on lap 32, he was serving a penalty. Tsunoda on lap 47, serving his penalty, as well as lap 24, also serving a penalty. Piastri on lap 38, serving his penalty. And then Hamilton on lap 2 with a front wing change cost him 18.54 seconds stationary.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not fast on that one.
No. Hey.
The note I had was RB, V-carb, RB being a 2.0 flat. Which was, I think, probably the second fastest. But not fast enough, which doesn't help my predict anyway, so.
Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah.
What?
Predict. That's a thing we look at.
At some point.
At some point. I think that's later on.
Yeah. I think we usually forget about it, do it after memes, or right before memes.
Yeah.
Which segment do we forget about? It usually depends. Because neither of those are on the...
on the little board.
On our outline.
On the little organizer, yeah.
But, yeah. Your stars?
The stars.
My third star is co-third star between... Which I'm sure you'll now know why I was like, oh, good, I can finally not have to give Lando any credit for on now. It's Kimi and Lando for doing nothing for 2 straight races, basically.
Oh my god, is it 2 actual weekends of it?
No, like the sprint and the...
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. 1-2 with no position changes through both the sprint and the GP.
Dear Lord.
Does nothing, P1, P2.
I gave my third star to Kimi Antonelli exclusively, because Lando's the championship leader. He's supposed to be doing well. And he didn't win by like fucking 40 seconds or anything. So, you know, Kimi Antonelli just consistently second the entire weekend. So, he's a rookie, guys. This is his first year in F1. Man's just got his fucking driver's license this year. Is still in school? Yes? No?
Yeah, he should be. Yeah.
What an insane kid. I can actually call him kid because he's definitely way younger. Kimi Antonelli.
My second star is for, I think, again, quite a lot this year, and I feel like this was a thing last year too, is Haas. Another great weekend for Ollie. It was like we talked about Kimi being, like we kind of talked about a little bit of like the rookies being like rookie of the year kind of being not close, but it's actually kind of close. It's Kimi for sure.
It's Kimi.
But Isaac and Ollie both have a pretty good claim to challenge it. Yep, another good one from Ollie. Esteban making up spots. 8 in the GP and 7 in the sprint. Solid effort there. Behrman up 2 in the Grand Prix and up 3 in the sprint. I mean, it's not points, but it's improvement. When you look at Haas from even 2 years, like 2 years ago, this is insane. Yeah. Haas is getting it together. Great surprise, definitely against our expectations. It's good to see.
Yeah, no, definitely. You bringing that up actually slightly tweaks my second star. So my second star is a joint one as well, but it is between the Haas boys and Pierre. It was originally Pierre and Ollie, but I really hadn't focused in on how many points Esteban, like how many places he gained over the weekend. 7 in the sprint, 8 in the race. You have Pierre, who gained 5 places in the sprint to get the single leftover point there, which phenomenal. I'm sure Alpine will take every point they can get. It's not going to get them very far, but it'll get them at least somewhere, And then Haas boys finishing up with Ollie. Fucking what did they give him for breakfast on quali day? Man was fast, and was he not the top of the board in
Yeah, he was consistently top or near top after a couple rounds in qualies.
Yeah. Like, just good lord. And I guess he had to make up for the fact that he couldn't jump scare Laura this weekend.
Yep.
Love him. He's great for that.
And our number 1 star.
Yeah.
Making up a combined Russell's paper. 18 places. From what is a weekend. It's the inevitable Max Verstappen.
This absolutely could have been a weekend to forget for Max. Granted, yes, the sprint, starting from P6, that's kind of low, but, finishing up just below the podium. And then just the absolute disaster class that was the race quali.
Yep.
Fucking out in Q1. You don't get that from Max Verstappen. That car is like...
You've never gotten that from Max Verstappen.
That car is like the most undrivable thing known to man if Max is going out in Q1. But to start from the pit lane and find his way onto the podium, absolute insanity.
He may not win this year, but I still think you can make an argument he probably should. And I'll definitely make the argument it shouldn't be Lando regardless. But
I mean, there's still a chance. There is still a solid chance that he can come back and win this year. There is a chance yet that we see number 1 adorned on Max Verstappen's car in 2026.
Anybody can do it. It will be Max.
Anybody can do it. Yeah. With that, we run into battles. I feel like I did this reverse from what I normally do, but I had more space on my right piece of paper. So I just wrote down everyone this week because it kind of flows after a certain point, and then I wrote some notes on certain people. So I pretty much just wrote everybody down. Your championship battle, and then there were 3. George Russell being eliminated this week. The cutoff amount of points is 307. You have to get at least that much to still be in contention. He has 276, so he is out of contention for P1. Speaking of P1, is currently still Lando Norris. 390 points at the current moment in time. Still 83 points up for grabs for the next 3 races and the sprint. Yeah. It's 3 races and a sprint. It's so few races.
Yep.
But
it's 3 and a third race.
cooking behind him with just under a race worth of points behind is Oscar Piastri, sitting at 366, which is 24 points behind him. Sitting 25 points behind him is the ever-present Max Verstappen.
A race victory.
Yeah, it is a race victory. Sorry, a race victory. Max is 2 race victories away from P1 if both McLarens just collide with one another.
Which would be so fun.
It is Vegas, and
Yep.
it is Qatar, which I'm pretty sure Max is like good at.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes.
Assuming Red Bull brings the right wing this time to
Yeah,
Vegas.
right? Exactly. Behind them, of course, like I said, is George with 276. Behind him, Charles with 214, and Lewis in P6 with 148. It is very likely after Vegas not next week, the week after, that 4th through 6th will be locked in. Because they are all sitting at about 60 points back from the person in front of them. And the cutoff this week is 83 maximum points. After that, I think it's like 50-something. So, yeah, after next week, I'm pretty sure those 3 spots will be locked in, unless something amazing happens. Beyond that, you have... who's next of interest? Kimi sitting 26 points behind Lewis. Alex sitting 49 points behind Kimi. Of note for him, the max that Alex can get is P6. Nico sitting behind him, tied with Isaac at 43 points. Behind Isaac is Ollie Behrman, and
That's
Fernando
his,
Alonso.
We're moving the Christmas season, so that's his. Remember back in the day when he used to do the meme names on Twitter, like the spooky names and the holiday names. Holly Behrman.
Holly Jolly Behrman.
His transition name.
Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman and Fernando Alonso tied at 40 points. Then behind them is where it starts flowing. So it's 2 points down is Carlos with 38. 2 points down with 36 is Liam. 4 points down with 32 is Lance. 2 points down is Esteban with 30. 2 points down is Yuki with 28. Of note, maximum he can hit is P8. Pierre is 6 points down, sitting at 22 points. Gabriel is 3 points behind, sitting with P19, sitting with 19 points. And Franco and Jack are the real battle going on here, each tied at 0 points. Moving on from the Drivers' Championship, the Constructors, of course, McLaren already clinched it. They're already your Constructors' champions. They're sitting at 756 points right now. There is a solid chance that they break 800. My brain's deteriorating. We're falling apart here.
So they can't get 1,000 points like they did in the F1 movie.
They can't get 1,000 points like they did in the F1 movie. You are correct. But they can get 800, and I think there's still I have the picture. Hold on. I do have the picture because I made sure to take it. 144?
Yes.
You know what? That's so funny because there is a world in which they end up with exactly 900 points. But they would have to P1, P2, everything from now until the end.
Yep. That could happen.
It could happen. I'd prefer that it didn't.
Yeah, I was like...
Because I'd prefer that Piastri P1s and Lando doesn't. Anyways, McLaren, of course, sitting at the top with 756. Mercedes in P2. Yes, Mercedes. Instead of Ferrari from last week, they gain a spot, now sitting at 398 points. They're 358 behind McLaren. Again, not happening, but Just thought you should know that spread.
Yep.
Behind them is Red Bull, gaining a place as well, sitting with 366 points, 32 behind Mercedes. Behind Red Bull is Ferrari, having lost 2 spots, sitting at 362 points as they did last week after that double DNF. Well, no, it wouldn't have been 362 the same because they scored points, I think, during the sprint. Yes? Yes.
They got
like 6 points.
Yep.
So yeah, they're sitting 4 points behind Red Bull. Behind them, everything pretty much the same as last week. Williams with 111, 251 points behind Ferrari. I don't think I calculated out anything, but I don't think that I needed to this week. Racing Bulls is at 82 points in P6, 29 points behind Williams. Aston Martin, 10 points behind them with 72 points. Haas in P8 is 2 points behind Aston Martin with 70 points. Sauber in P9 is 8 points behind Haas with 62 points. And Pierre, still sitting in P10, down 40 points from Sauber with 22.
Yep. And if you're tired of us calling Alpine just Pierre,
Maybe they should score points. Yeah. Tell Colapinto to score a point.
Yep. Which I wonder, because Pierre's kind of turned it on. Like, getting points again and everything. I'm floating the conspiracy that maybe he's getting some kickback from Franco's sponsors, and now that, in comparison, like, oh yeah, Franco's fine. It's just the car that's shit. And now that the contract's signed, he's and got his kickback money. Now I can start performing again. Make sure he stays number 1 driver, which he should regardless. Yeah. Do you want to do the predict real fast?
Yeah, we can do the predict real
You
fast.
have once again won.
Yippee! That's not very good because I think I only got 80 points.
You got 80. Tori got 75. 70. I got 65. Let me double check that.
Kind of close them.
Yep. 80, 70, 65.
Fair enough. Yeah, Podium I got 20 points off of because I doubled it and only got fucking Max and Lando being on the podium, which just barely happened. Yeah, no, I got those but didn't get the positions correct. And then I also said Oscar was going to be on the podium, and that didn't happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, I only got 10 because I had Max on there and doubled, so that's it.
You know. Question 2 of how many teams will score points from the sprint. Sniped it at 6.
I got 5.
So I got
Womp womp.
15 points from that one. Question 3 was who will finish ahead in the sprint amongst Carlos Sainz, Isaac Ajar, Fernando Alonso, and Nico Hulkenberg. I had a feeling on Alonso.
Yep. 20 points there as well.
20 points. Question 4, who will take the pole position for the Grand Prix? I figured it'd be Lando.
I was hoping Oscar, so I went hope.
I went expect and got 10 points as a result. Who will qualify highest for the Grand Prix amongst George Russell, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and Kimi Antonelli? I went with the more experienced Mercedes and said George.
I said Charles.
It was Antonelli.
Yep.
So no points there. How many times will the safety car or VSC be required during the Grand Prix? We were really hoping on this one because after the first 6 laps, we had a safety car and a VSC.
We were on average for a 40 deployment.
We both went with greater than 2, and it was exactly 2.
Yep.
So no points there. Who will finish ahead in the race amongst Liam Lawson, Lance Stroll, Ollie Behrman, and Esteban Ocon? I went with Lance because I was a little bit delusional.
I went with Ollie, so I got the points on that one.
Good job on that one. I listen, we do these before qualifying because that's when the cutoff point is.
Yep.
I could not have anticipated what they fed him yesterday or today. So, question 8, which team will score more points this weekend amongst Red Bull Racing, Mercedes, or Ferrari? Sniped it with Mercedes.
Same thing.
Yeah, so 15 points there. Who will set the fastest pit stop time of the race? I said Ferrari.
I went McLaren.
It was Red Bull.
My strategy was put Red Bull every single week, and I didn't do it this week. Sure the fuck
I
enough.
think I legitimately, we were talking about this last night, and I was like, oh yeah, I put Ferrari, and you said, I put McLaren. I was like, oh, well then it's going to be Red Bull.
Yep.
Sure a fucking enough. And then question 10, does the Drivers' Championship lead change hands following Sunday's race? And I really, really, really hoped that
wanted
it would.
it to. So,
But
alas,
I think
no.
given my podium, it wouldn't have done that. But, said yes, it was no.
Yep.
So no points to be had there.
Hope over whatever.
You ready to get in the memes?
Get into that beautiful meme footage.
I don't even know why I sent you the one for the
Yep.
points available, but oh well. God, this one kind of hurts.
Yeah, this one's exactly. It's hurt and it's not. But not surprising, infuriatingly enough.
So earlier this week, on the fly-ins into Sao Paulo, Yuki Tsunoda kind of just got abandoned at the terminal. Like there was no one there to meet him, and so he kind of got lost. And so that brings us into one of our favorite airport movies, The Terminal, starring apparently Yuki Tsunoda and Catherine Zeta-Jones. They didn't replace Catherine Zeta-Jones. No Hannah there.
But they did put all Yuki on all of the heads for Tom Hanks, so
Fantastic. Love it.
I love the effort, love the detail.
Max Verstappen, of course, taking up George Russell's mantle this week, instead doing everything and getting P3. Phenomenal work, man. Like, I cannot tell you enough how great that was. So we have what seems to be a normal Ferrari double DNF. Yeah, this weekend wasn't the best, but we'll move on. And then you start looking with great features as what in the actual fuck? And
Help me. And pepperoni.
And pepperoni, mamma mia.
Honestly, I did until I just pulled it up, thought it was just a regular graphic until I looked at it. I'm like, wait.
Like, why'd you send me this one too? Because memes. We have the strategy goddess, Hannah.
We were questioning it, but I think it still probably worked. I mean,
I think
a lot of what ifs. Like maybe he could have made it last and got a P1, but
yeah, I think if anyone could have made it last, I think Max could have made it last. But you know what? It got him on the podium, and if that's all that you wanted out of that scenario, who am I to judge?
Yep.
Excellent job. We have the fastest things on Earth. Cheetah's decently quick. Cheetah run you and I down. Airplane phenomenally fast, as we found out over the past week.
I mean, I feel like we had the general knowledge.
We had the general knowledge, but man,
both being pilot enthusiasts,
we learned why V1 is V1.
Yes.
Speed of light, blazingly fast, like imperceptible unless you like slow things down. Thank you, Gavin.
Yep, I was about to say unless you have a friend with a slow-mo camera.
But unfortunately for them, all faster than those things is Max Verstappen with nothing.
With a brand new power unit and nothing to lose.
Oh, God.
Oh, we didn't even get to
Oh, yeah, no, we didn't get to that
mention
part, but man.
Fuck Jos Verstappen.
Fuck Jos Verstappen. That's a given any day of the week.
Yeah.
But specifically this week. So this is from today. This is the, you got P3. So disappointed. It's the classic Jos Verstappen bullshit. Fucking the sprint. Was it the sprint or was it the qualifying? It was the qualifying. It was the regular qualifying. Max goes out in Q1. They fucking hard cut from him to Jos Verstappen disappearing around the corner.
Yep.
What a fucking joke of a man.
Disappointing.
So very disappointing. I don't see how Max made it through that. I don't see how he made it into adulthood with the sanity on his shoulders that he does.
I feel like we need to put a link in our description of for domestic abuse hotline and help.
Yeah. No kidding.
Domestic or family-based abuse.
Fuck y'all. Worst man. Worst dad.
Yep.
And this one was kind of a fun little one because I'm actually starting to get into watching Breaking Bad. Still haven't watched any since the other day. I need to get back into it. That might be a tonight or tomorrow or something thing. But just Max finishing from the podium after he started from the pit lane. Can't keep getting away with it. Phenomenal. And then there's a few more, which I think one is a kind of a stat, but also a meme from you.
Yep. From last night. So, of course, the note of both Red Bulls being out, first time since forever. The last time Red Bull were both eliminated from Q1 was Japan 2006. Excuse me. Kimi Andre Antonelli was 43 days old. He was a newborn still.
Such a young guy. It's insane.
And then the other one is just we missed one heck of a driver parade apparently. But just I would think is just the default reaction to if you're in a car that's being driven by Liam Lawson and just it's also hidden on the thumbnail of this episode. Just and these are both taken from Instagram, so just Isaac screaming. Just guttural, visceral fear.
That's actually not the look of him screaming from that. Lawson just told him that he heard around the garage that they were expecting to put him in the Red Bull next year.
Yep. And then another from the parade of somehow, I guess, George got onto the same car with Yuki and Max. So it's just Yuki looking like crushed and like scared. George just his, sunglasses, hair, and his fucking or wind going through his hair, stereotypical George pose bullshit. And then Max, typical also Max just kind of losing it.
Yeah. George to Red Bull confirmed?
Yeah. They're swapping, just one for one.
No, he's just going to be the fucking reserve driver.
Yep.
Or they're going to do some bullshit like they did with Racing Bulls this year and just like swap them midway through, or not even midway through. It was like 2 races in, wasn't it?
Yep. And get that couple mil from Honda. Might as well. I think that's it.
What an exhausting race.
Yeah.
Fuck. I was already exhausted yesterday because we had the race, the sprint race, which fucking up early for that bullshit, and then just and then I had plans to hang out with someone for the first time, and that went from like 5 p.m. Basically, my drive time started from 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
and went to me getting home around midnight 30. So yeah, I was exhausted, but still woke up in time for this, and it was very fun. I enjoyed it, but man, I am exhausted now today purely just from the fucking stress of it all.
Yep. And well, we get a week off at least, and then we're back in the U.S. race that we actually don't really like time wise because it's still kind of it's not too. I mean, it's not
midnight.
horrible.
It's a Saturday race. So
yeah, it's like an 11 o'clock.
It's Saturday, but Sunday, but midnight.
Yeah, it's a Saturday race, but for most of the world, it's still a Sunday race, and then for most of us in the U.S., it's like still a.
The cars will be on the grid on Saturday.
Yep. Yeah, Thursday, Friday. So I was like, wonder if I can. What is that? Is that the week before? Yeah, it's the week before Thanksgiving, right? Or is it Thanksgiving week? It's gotta be the week before. Time is a
yes.
Huh?
We have week off. Yes.
Yeah, week off and then Vegas. So yeah, I think it's and then Thanksgiving the next week.
Calendar. We are on the 9th. Week off and
yeah, Thanksgiving is Qatar.
Okay. Oh, great. Wonderful. Oh my God, one of my friend's birthday is on Black Friday this week. Or this year, rather. That sucks.
does suck. Hey, cheap presents for them if you buy it day of.
Yeah, totally.
Cheap, not the same price as with an extra tag over top. Never would happen. But yeah, I would say that's a minute. That's an hour 20 on that podcast, surprisingly. So let's not yap too much on this one. Let's wrap this one up. Enjoy your week off because that's the last one. We're straight into the triple header of Vegas, Qatar with a sprint, and then what is shaping up to be a good Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, we could have a. Oh my God, I don't need a repeat of 2021.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Actually, let's be real. If it were to repeat 2021
It'd be
and Max
interesting.
were to win,
Yeah,
I would be so happy.
you can't keep getting away with it. Just like our awkward outros. Bye.
Follow the pod everywhere at DSQ Pod.